Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic hides a lot of secrets from the player out of sight, and recently I found out how to gain control of a camera to explore where you shouldn't be able to, and I'm here to show you some of the secrets I found. So grab some popcorn and a drink and enjoy the show, and if you do enjoy, remember to like and subscribe. Starting off in the intro cutscene where you're driving in the van. If we take the camera and go behind the van and keep going, we can find some "Your Ad Here" signs. Now, what could they have been used for? I think they could have been placed at the side of the road showing off some ads for Fazbear Entertainment or other brands in the FNAF universe. However, this idea might have been scrapped early on because there are no ads on the signs. Next is during the small cutscene after we arrive at the facility where the van pulls up. If we move the camera, we can see that the van is partially in the ground. Nice driving, Arnold. But this was probably done so that the text on the side of the van is visible in the cutscene, because normally you wouldn't be able to see this from a different angle, so it wouldn't matter if the van was partially in the ground. Now let's talk about Arnold himself. Bro is just a pair of arms. Because we were never meant to see Arnold from a third-person angle, they had no need to model his body. So if we look at it from an outside perspective, Arnold is just a pair of arms, and this includes when we interact with the data diver. It just appears out of nowhere. Now let's get into some more gameplay focused secrets, and I'm going to start with the Jackie chase. So during this section of the game, we aren't just chased by a single Jackie, there are multiple models used throughout it, and this is probably done so that the chase sequence runs smoothly. Another thing with Jackie is once she is out of view in a few areas, she will just freeze, such as at this vent and at the end where you do the generator, which is kind of cool. Next up is with Big Top. So when you spin the wheel for the grand prize and go upstairs, Big Top is gone. But what does he actually do? Well, if we take the camera to look, he just disappears when we get the grand prize, which makes sense because you would never be able to see him go through the roof at this section. But speaking about the roof, there are a few goodies out of bounds up there. So taking a look around, we can find a headless Big Top. Oh dear. But the reason this is here is for when Big Top only slams one arm through a wall. Instead of loading in a whole Big Top, they will only load in the bits that they need. There are also some floating mannequins out here. There's one by himself floating above the car park, and there's two that should probably get a room. Like, I can't even tell you why they are here. But if we go down a little bit, we can see a T-posing Big Top. Well, not quite a T-pose. Now, for a while, I couldn't figure out what this Big Top was for. And then I had an idea. I let Big Top jump scare me, and this was the right call. Because this Big Top under the map is the jump scare version of Big Top. So basically when you get caught, you're teleported down here and the animation plays. Also, here's some bonus headless Big Top. And we can also see the red ticket that falls just stuck in midair until we as the player gets close enough, and then it falls and just settles on the ground. So moving from Big Top to our favorite diva, Dolly. When we open the door to the recycling area, the Mimic rips Dolly from her tracks. But if we take the camera so we can see it happen, Dolly just kind of disappears, leaving her feet behind because she was welded to the plate. And if we take the camera to where Dolly comes out from, we can see her standing still, ready to be activated to chase us down. But that's fine, because we were never meant to see her like this. But if we skip to a bit later, to after she's had her molten metal bath, we can watch as she comes out of the wall. But if you watch as I pull the lever, the wall gets retextured, probably getting ready to play the animation. This scene is so good. But if we skip a little bit later to when Dolly is running after us, once she melts through the vent, she just starts asserting dominance on us. Twice! There is two T-posing Dollys in here, help! And finally, after she gets in our way and we have to go into the vent, she just stands outside of it, waiting. But yeah, this is where the video is going to come to an end. I hope you have all enjoyed taking a look at some of the out-of-bounds secrets in Secret of the Mimic, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya!